Welcome back.
What's up?
What's happening?
How are you?
I'm good. So we're continuing on. This is actually chapter 20 of Lies My Doctor Told Me. I like this one. Me and my wife actually argue about it a lot, and she doesn't listen to me. She never does anyways. But so this one's about fiber intake. And I did want to read, he puts a quote at the beginning of every chapter, and I just thought this one was kind of cool. It says, no organ in the body is so misunderstood, so slandered, and maltreated as the colon.
Gosh.
Right. It's just a great quote. So that was by Sir Arthur Hurst.
Digestive system as a whole.
As a whole. Right. We talked about it's where most of your
immune system comes from.
Immune system, but what's the chemical? It's not dopamine.
Serotonin?
But serotonin is produced in the gut. And
yeah.
So anyways, so let's read the lie. What's he say the lie is? So fiber is good for you, and you should try to get as much fiber in your diet as possible. Fiber will help with constipation and irritable bowel syndrome. Fiber will help prevent diverticulitis and probably even colon cancer. So
wrong.
So it's kind of cool. I mean, so what he kind of digs into here is really it's the big food lie. And we say it over and over and over, right? But big food wants to slap a label on a box or on a package
to sell more packages.
Fiber added. And what does that, the non-educated consumer goes, that must be healthy.
Right.
Right? Well, he kind of describes, what is fiber? Fiber, especially in processed food, is junk. It's
non-digestible crap.
Non-digestible. So with any fiber, natural or not, right? Well, mainly the naturals, he points out, he's like, your body doesn't process it. That's why when it comes out the backside, you can identify when it looks just like
corn.
It did when it went in, right? So your body really doesn't like it, especially in the processed form.
You seen that meme for corn? This isn't goodbye, it's see you later.
Right. Right. Oh, man, don't get me started on spinach. Woo. So one of the things he points to is that the studies and the research they like to point to is food frequency questionnaires. So they take a sampling of people and they list all this stuff. What are you eating and how does it make you feel? And he points out that the foods on that food list are natural fibers. It's fruits, it's vegetables. They don't include the fiber added cereal, the bran wheat, they don't include those in these FFQs.
So they don't segment them out.
Right. And
so they bulk everybody in the fiber camp and they gave a whole bunch of whole foods to these people. And yes, their digestion is better. Everything's better.
Right. Okay. So it's causation correlation, right? Was it the fiber that helped their digestive clean up a little bit, or was it the absence of processed food?
So it goes back to just common sense thinking, right? You could get fiber. And I think he mentioned that from the book, if I recall from when I read it, was like taking added fiber supplements could actually lead to more damage.
Oh, we're going to get to that. There's actually a couple of different reviews or studies. I was actually going to read the paragraph because I don't want to mess it up.
And I remember when I was having pretty extensive digestive issues that I would pop a couple of those fiber gummies, and I was...
Fiber gummies,
right. What kind of moron was I, right? And
it's like the fat guy named Slim.
Yeah. Take the fiber gummies, and I was in so much pain, and it was not fun. Like 1 minute constipation, 1 minute,
right.
Like the oceans have opened.
And you were spiking your glycemic index,
right?
To boot. Not
right.
that was related, but it's certainly not healthy.
Right. Yeah. That wasn't what we call regular.
Right. Right.
Anyway, sorry to hijack.
No, I like the hijack. So he points to the fact there's no actual, what do you call it, random controlled trials, like scientific studies. There's no, it's all of these FFQ, frequently fantastic questionnaires,
right.
Whatever it was. So to your point, he does reference, and I'm going to read it because there was no way I was going to remember all this. So 2 large studies seem to show no colon health benefits from eating more dietary fiber. The Nurses' Health Study followed 88,757 women who generally, I know in my marriage, my wife has more.
Be careful.
She gets backed up more than I do.
Okay.
And I never saw my dad drinking Metamucil, but my mom did all the time, right? So 88,757 women for years, and found no increased risk of colon cancer in the women who ate the least fiber. The Health Professionals follow-up study followed 47,949 men for years, and also found no difference in colon cancer rates between the men who ate the most fiber versus those who ate the least.
So you're telling me there's no connection to fiber and colon cancer?
Well, and even constipation. That there was a final study that followed a bunch of people, and they actually determined that those who ate the least amount of fiber had the most regular movements, backed up the least, less constipated. So again, it's, I don't know. You can't believe anything you hear anymore.
Right.
Right. You don't know who to trust. But I've done carnivore for extended periods. I've been heavy keto for a long time.
You've done Whole Foods for a while.
Whole Foods for a while. Well, best I can. The more we learn about what is it, glyphosate and
right.
So yeah, but I try to eat clean. I don't have any issues. My wife has been working on mainly Whole Foods lately, and she's communicated that she's been doing better. And she didn't eat a lot of processed stuff before, but the occasional snack or treat or, French fry, that kind of thing.
Well, in the in the gluten world, it doesn't take much for you to do significant damage to your digestive tract. So I'm sure, Whole Foods versus processed.
Again, causation
crap.
or correlation. By eating Whole Foods, you're likely cutting out a ton of gluten,
right?
Which is going to improve the entire system, anyways. So
yeah, I mean, leaky gut is a big aspect of that. And if you've ever seen the diagrams of leaky gut, it's like,
what is leaky gut?
Leaky gut is
like,
I'm going to get this wrong. It basically the body opens up in between your intestines. Your intestines are crammed together right now where nothing literally can be pulled out. And I guess when you have gluten, your body has an immune response, right? Or any foreign substance, your body has an immune response, and it shoots up through the intestine in order to attack that foreign substance that it doesn't like, right? So when it does that, it leaves a hole.
Oh, okay? It's an actual leak.
It's actually a leak. So what ends up happening is, if this is a one-time issue, it's not that big of a deal. But if it's a constant problem where the body has to get inside those intestines to fix this invader, right, then it starts leaving these little holes in your intestines, which food actually drops out.
Leaks out of.
Actually leaks out into your body. That's got to be good for you.
That's nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you ever questioned our doctoral certifications, that
was it.
That definition should clear everything up.
Expert.
Right. All right. So he did leave us with homework. This was a pretty extensive homework list. And it points to things you might suspect, right? Points to a blog post called A Carnivorous Diet by Amber O'Hearn on the Empirica website, 2012. There was a paper, Myths and Misconceptions About Chronic Constipation by Stephen A. Muller-Lisner. It's a dude with a hyphenated last name. That was in 2005. And then another blog post, World Carnivore Tribe, written by Carnivore Tribe. So he doesn't give a date on that. And, it looks like it's a Facebook group with over 25,000 members. So, yeah, man, it's what you might suspect, right? It's whole foods, natural foods. But if you're eating something out of a box that can sit in your pantry for 6 months, it's junk, whether it's got added fiber or not,
Whether it's got added calcium or not.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So that's it for today, folks.
Man, that was a good one.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Like I said, me and my wife, I need my fiber. And I'm like, no, you don't.
No, you don't.
So, but I think if it's natural fiber, she's good to go.
Good.
So
Literally.
That's nasty.
You so nasty.
All right. Questions, comments, concerns, hit us at snackcast@yes.fit.
Stay moving.
See ya.